Arcata's had something of a string of somewhat controversial city managers. It had seemed like it had turned the corner with hiring Michael Hackett. Unfortunately, of course, he contracted a terminal illness and died not long after coming to town. Then Arcata basically hired from the inside the police chief, Randy Mendoza, first as an interim, then a permanent city manager with really no public search process or ability for the public to have input into that decision. Does that disturb you? And do you think the city manager does have too much influence versus the public and the city council?
Yeah, I don't think that the public has much influence on the city manager. I don't think that the city manager really feels that obligated to the public, since they didn't really have that much participation in getting them in there, seemingly. It seems to be a common theme around here to kind of groom someone for the position, rather than, just people coming forward who are interested in the position. And I think that fosters that insider mentality, where you can't really get anywhere unless you, work with the right people in the right way. And in a lot of respects, I feel that Arcata is somewhat apolitical. Politics, I think, turn a lot of people off, and understandably so. But nevertheless, I think, ignoring politics can be just as dangerous as being a part of bad politics, And I think that more public participation would be in order, I think, in Arcata, and just opening up the system a little bit more.
One idea that's been floated around for quite some time is Arcata becoming a charter city, like Eureka has been a charter city for decades. Do you think that would allow for more of that kind of more direct public participation in the process?
I don't know. I think it's a valid question. I think that there's a lot of input that could be put into that, but I must say I don't know exactly, because I like the autonomy of not having a charter, but then at the same time, having a charter could restrict some of the the improper actions of the city. But, I think it would definitely depend on the charter.
Folks over the years, whatever political stripe, all promised to get the city and HSU to work better together. Well, look at today, the city government structure, hardly any student participation at all, and even this committee that the city and the university has doesn't seem to accomplish much. How much of that is hot air, and how much do you think really can be done to force the university, or force the city, or force both to be more well integrated together and more communicative?
Well, I don't know if forcing it would be a proper approach. I think I think that there could be a lot of, or there could be more discussion on what level of connectivity there is there. They definitely both have an influence on each other, and they both, have their own interests. It seems like the university is going through some trouble, as is the city, in my opinion. Their accreditation is kind of in probation right now, and the city's reputation is kind of on probation right now. If they work together, they seem to work together, but I don't know if it's been for the good of the city. It's almost like they're working together to continue this onslaught on the First Amendment. Just keep the public out of it. And it seems like they're just carrying on their own policies of. It seems like there is that top-down mentality in both the university and the city of Arcata. And, if you get them working better together, on that level, I don't think it would be good. You know, it'd almost be better if they just separated. Then you could tell where the problem was.
Well, Mr. Benson, is there anything else you'd like to say as voters head to the polls on November 2nd?
Well, I would like to represent the people of Arcata, and that's my impetus for this. I don't think that they're being represented, and I'd like to stop the top-down politics and actually inform the people of what is taking place, and then actually listening to what they say. You know, I don't think as a representative, you know, it's a good place for advocacy. You know, although I am an advocate for a number of issues, I don't think that public politics is, as a representative, is the venue for that. You know, I think it's more for listening to what the people want. I think you can put issues out there to hear what people have to say about them, but I just want to represent the people of Arcata. I think they're a lovely bunch, and I think they deserve more from the government.
All right, Robert Benson, thanks so much for coming down to Hasby today.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.